सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. I welcome all the devotees and disciples who are sitting with us around the world in 731 places, in 197 cities, in 25 countries. God, the number is not just growing, it's exploding. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. And many of the ashrams and temples have started joining in two-way video conferencing. First, Phoenix. Yesterday, Phoenix joined. I'm welcoming Phoenix. Jayesh Bhai, welcome. So, Los Angeles, Seattle, Ohio, San Jose, Hyderabad are the other cities I am able to see. I am seeing on two-way. And Los Angeles as an LBP Acharya training, teachers training starting tomorrow. My blessings to Los Angeles and for LBP Acharya training. And I have many messages from many satsang centers, very emotional. One from Atlanta Satsang Center which says, Swamiji's words are really touching our hearts and it's really sad to hear the harassment, abusal, false charges are still continuing. Swamiji rightly said that we will fast on March 2nd. If needed, we will fast till death. On behalf of Atlanta Center, I would like to announce that all devotees here will observe fasting on March 2nd and we will send support letters signed with blood very soon. Let's all join our hands to destroy negativity for global peace. This way, we are getting letters continuously from all corners around the world, and this is another one letter from Ma Nitya Sarva Bhaktini. I do not know from which center. They had Paduka, they had Vibhuti in their Padukas in the center, maybe Bangalore. So they sent a photograph of Vibhuti appearing in the Padukas. My blessings to the center. Some more letters are there from many centers who are really sad to see the abusals. Today I am continuing on the same sutras. Yesterday's sutras, 119th sutra, chapter 3rd and 30th verse, 1/3 verse. Altered states of awareness. Etena bhuta indriyeshu dharma lakshana avastha parinama vyakyataha. I think I read out the translation yesterday. Today I will start exploring one dimension of this sutra. Yesterday I was revealing one truth related to this sutra. One, when you expand your understanding about the different states of awareness, your fear, greed, joy, everything changes. Naturally, many of the problems which you think as problem disappears. When the awareness is too clouded, too narrow, it sees even a mustard seed as mountain. Please understand. I'll define enlightenment. Enlightenment means having expanded complete understanding about the cosmos continuously, and ability to maintain that understanding in your muscle memory and biomemory continuously. That's all. I'll give you one example. If you sit and watch some movie which is related to space, where they explain in a very detailed and in a very interesting way sun, moon, other stars, other galaxies, the whole cosmos. You see that kind of a movie, especially if you see in IMAX theater. For 3 hours, you are completely transported to a different space. Suddenly, when you come back and understand, oh, you are coming back to the planet Earth, and your continent, your country, and your state, your city, your village, finally the compound where you are staying. You will feel, oh God, such a huge universe. What are we? Small dust and ants, human beings. We are fighting for such silly things. I always used to feel whenever I land in a flight, when you are there, the whole universe, the whole cosmos is there. By the time the flight lands into the compound wall of the airport, you know this useless, idiotic system of the state, country, politics, ownership, land. When the aircraft is landing inside the compound, when the compound wall of the airport is growing and growing around you, you just know, God. Where was I and where am I? That is exactly I feel whenever I open my eyes. Where was I? Where am I? All happens in you is just desha. See, Patanjali here uses the word, very beautiful word. He uses the word bhuta. Just you had an understanding about bhuta, elements. For the 2 hours when you saw that IMAX movie, or the 2 hours when you are in the flight, you had a broad understanding about elements, that's all. Just that one understanding has suddenly shifted you to a different space. If you can catch what I am saying, you will understand. To us, if you see some movie related to space, and slowly get back to this so-called ugly, dirty, third-rate, abused reality. That is a truth. The moment you enter land, the moment aircraft lands on the airport, you know your very consciousness is getting into a kind of an ideological prison. Wow, now It is this state, this country, these are the law, these are the rule, these are the regulation, this is the way you are supposed to act. Poor human beings. If you just have the understanding of an element for only 2-3 hours, how you feel when you come back to this foolishness. Oh God, how nice it will be if I stay there itself. I am giving you one example. I have seen when the flight is high in the sky, whole thing looks like a small dust and you don't bother who is Prime Minister, who is President, who is Chief Minister, who is Governor, who is police, who is lawyer, who is judge. The moment you land, especially slowly when the walls of the airport is seen bigger and bigger, from there if you see, actually it looks like a matchsticks arranged. When the matchsticks grow to a 10 feet wall, and when you come down, suddenly you realize, oh God, you are in a large prison. Understanding about one element for few hours itself can give such a liberated experience. Then understand all the 5 important factors: time, element, state, awareness, and sense organs. If you understand all these 5 in a very broad way, then understand the depth of the freedom you will experience. A man who never accepts any meditation technique or any ideology related to surrendering or practice, J. Krishnamurti, even he accepts sitting with everyday sunrise and sunset. That is only ritual he promoted his whole life. During sunrise and sunset, he asks you to sit and surrender yourself to the whole. It's a very powerful technique, I tell you. Just during sunrise and sunset, sit. You will suddenly feel, God, universe is too big. Your problems are too small. The foolish few thousand, few hundred acres which you can fence it and have it as yours. And the dirty foolish things for which you are wasting your whole life is nothing but small pebbles lying around here and there. And the diamond and gold for which you sacrifice your whole life. When you understand life is bigger, broader, in these 5 dimensions: elements, sense organs, nature attributes, time factor, awareness states. In these 5, even one, if you understand, so much of freedom is experienced. I am not saying if you understand and experience that freedom, you will dump all this. No. you will give importance to all this, how much needed to be given, not more than that. I'm really telling you, it is good to have a kingdom, but it is very bad for kingdom to have you. Your inner space is too valuable. Yesterday, lady, I don't know whether lady or male or female, sent an email to me. It's kind of an anonymous email. There she was criticizing why this jewelry, color dress, throne. Truth does not need fancy wrapper. I wanted her to understand, truth that does not need fancy wrapper, but the moment you think this is a fancy wrapper, the truth which I say will not be helpful for you. Just get lost. I am a simple man who likes simple things. Please understand, I am a simple man who likes simple things. When I say simple, the best things is what I like, that's it. And I wanted this to know, neither this throne is gold throne, nor this cloth is very costly. Actually, this cloth is cheaper than the cloth which I used to wear. I'm just making fun of her, but the truth is, this cloth is cheaper than the ordinary cloth. This cloth is meter $1. The whole dress which I am wearing may be $6 to $7, that's all. And surely that lady is wearing much more costly dress than me. I can be sure. If somebody gives $6, I can give this dress. It's only that much worthy. And that lady who wrote the email must be sitting much more costlier sofa than this throne. This whole thing may be costing some $200, $300. It's a copper made, it's not golden. But she must be sitting in much more costlier chair than this throne. She must be wearing much more costlier dress than this dress. This looks pretty, why are you jealous? Just because this looks good, she thinks it is costly. And even the energy beads which I am wearing are simple, ordinary Rudraksha with ordinary beads. It looks very pretty because of two things. One, my disciples made with a lot of love. Second, I am wearing it. And I am very clear about it. It is not that I am hiding, or I am showing. Today I did not wear because our energy bead in charge was having some other work, little busy, she did not make anything new, so I did not wear today. Anyhow, tomorrow I am going to wear. Don't think I did not wear because lady wrote email. No. And moreover, our Indian traditional dress, furnitures, jewelry, all this has been abused, defamed, made us out of fashion. So here I am trying not only to tell the truth to the world, I wanted the Indian fancy wrapper to be promoted to the world. So I am warning that person, these guys may be you will be really happy if you go to some sad gurus, and I sincerely recommend you find out very soon some sad guru in your life and carry on with your journey. I am going to be sitting in thrones. I am going to be wearing Indian energy bead jewelries. I am going to be wearing Indian clothes in Indian way. Actually, the original truth is all these things are completely cheaper than any middle class Western furniture or any middle class Western dress or any middle class Western jewelry. That's the truth. But because it looks pretty, you think it is costly. So you should find out the reason why it looks pretty. Don't come to the wrong conclusion. So it cannot be, just because it is pretty, don't think it is costly. I wanted everyone to know, I wanted to solve this problem once for all. I am not only interested in keeping the spiritual sacred truths and sacred secrets alive, I am interested in keeping the Vedic culture, tradition, Vedic way of eating, Vedic way of dressing, Vedic way of sitting, Vedic way of furnitures, Vedic way of living, Vedic way of medicines. I am interested in reviving, keeping everything alive. I sincerely recommend and promote all our disciples to use and live as many ways as possible in Vedic way. Whether it is a food or dress or jewelry or furnitures, anything. So I am answering this question and attending this problem once for all. Understand? Just if in one element, if you are liberated, how you feel, when you land, how you feel bound, in me through all five characteristics I am liberated. When I land, how I feel. But still I land just to tell you how it feels up there. And these perverted minds, which are caught only in the throne, why did you look at the throne? If you are looking at the throne, you are not watching the satsang. No, really, many of our disciples, at least who are feeling connected to me, they don't look beyond this frame. They don't even remember. They may be looking at the dress, the color or the jewel, because it is inside the frame. Other than that, I don't think anybody is bothered about the throne. If you are bothered about the throne, either you are jealous or you are agitated, irritated. That old little lady staying in the neighborhood and screaming and shouting and irritated about anything and everything happening. Whether it is raining or shining or snowing, she will be irritated and cursing everybody and everything. If you are that kind of person, let God save you. But the problem is, when He gives His hand to save you, you will only see the energy bead jewelries and criticize that also. So let you save yourself if you can. Because why should I give the hand if they are not going to hold that and come up? If they are going to use that also to criticize once more. Not only I am wearing, I am telling that person who wrote the email very clearly, I am making enough large quantity of jewels. I myself sitting and designing also. All my ashramites, brahmacharis, brahmacharinis, everybody is going to wear. Unfortunately, all this rich Vedic way of life is not promoted with a glamour or the charisma. All the people who are charismatic started using all the Western things and dumped the Eastern things. And all the fellows who are using the Indian things, those fellows are almost living in dustbin. They did not have any charisma, so they were not able to add glory to the Indian tradition and culture. So I have decided to build a structure with charisma and promote the Vedic symbols, the Vedic way of life. I have decided not to depend on any other models to promote the Vedic tradition. It's time we promote all Vedic way of life directly. So today I am announcing an important announcement, and I am dedicating this announcement and this activity to this person who wrote this email. All our ashrams and temples and satsang centers should have a energy bead jewelry shop. And I declare using energy bead jewelry helps in your levitation, physical healing, mental healing, and spiritual enlightenment. So I recommend all our devotees, disciples to use as much as possible energy bead jewelries. And the way I am dressing, it's called Yoga Vastra. This kind of dress, and if you can, even make this kind of thrones and use in your office. Really. I can do the mass production and start supplying. Really, I am telling you, in US, I have seen all these massage chairs and these that easily cost $2,000, $3,000. But this whole chair costs only $200, not more than $200. And I don't think in US you will get any good chair for $200. The US ordinary seat which I am using, the many discourses you will see, not the throne, the ordinary seat, that has costed $700. I know. Just ordinary sofa. And for the $700, I'll make a bigger golden throne than this. Anyhow, I am adding golden throne also, one more product in energy bead jewelry. We will start producing golden thrones also in mass and supplying. It's time all you guys in your office have one throne. You are all kings. Now this lady, if she is watching this satsang, just disappear somewhere. What do you guys mean by criticizing our way of life? I don't come and criticize your way of life. Why are you criticizing my way of life? So I am telling all our devotees, disciples, use energy bead jewelry, wear this kind of Indian way of dressing, and sit in golden throne. Let us revive this way of life. And I tell you, Energy bead jewelry, any part you wear, that part nadi will be awakened. Whether it is on the throat or on the kurma nadi or on the masya nadi, any nadi. This is kurma nadi, this is masya nadi. Any nadi you wear, that nadi will be awakened. And these thrones, you can't, if you have back pain, sit in this throne for 2 weeks, it will be completely healed. Because you have to always sit straight, balanced. Sit in this kind of seat, it's a 90 degree. Naturally, you will not have any back pain, neck pain or any pain. I am a person who is sitting for hours and hours and hours. I am telling you, I am promoting and advertising. For so many, almost 10 to 12 hours I sit a day. Sitting 10 to 12 hours a day, I am not having back pain because of this type of thrones. So I am promoting this, and now I will make in mass and start selling it, sending it to all the countries all over the world. All our acharyas, our disciples, our devotees in your house use this kind of seats. And I will make it available just less than $200. We can do it because it's not gold. It's actually a plastic sheet, gold painted and stuck in such a way, and it looks like gold. And the artwork is done. And I was also thinking, these artists have lost their job because of these modern day furnitures, and this whole art is dead. Now I wanted to revive it. I wanted to revive this art because it's handmade. It's a handicrafts. And I'll revive this art. So I am dedicating this whole department and revival of this art to that person who wrote this email. You should have kept quiet, at least should have seen only me in the throne. Now she has to see everybody in the throne. It is not fancy wrapper, it is a fashion statement I am giving. And I wanted really our way of life, our way of eating. I want all our disciples to learn eating in the hands, eating with the hands, not using any object between your food and your mouth. Use the hand, feel the food. Annam Brahmeti. Food is God. Sense it, experience it with your hand, and then imbibe it. When you touch with your hand and imbibe, you are hugging the food. First of all, they don't eat fresh food. Somebody packed somewhere and you need to dump it inside to run and do your job. Poor New Yorkers, how they eat I have seen. While they drive or run, between the ears and the shoulder, cell phone. In one hand, the car, in the other hand, a sandwich. And between the thighs, hot coffee. And go and hit somebody, get ticket. Not only get ticket, when you hit somebody, that hot coffee will spill all over. And I have some injury also. We eat in a rich way. We sit comfortably, put banana leaf, dump all the fresh food, hot, and mix it nicely with hand, and do it like a ritual for 2.5 hours. And I am proud about it. I am not feeling sad about it, and I am not feeling guilty about it. So I sincerely recommend all our disciples, even if you eat only twice a day, eat like this. Sit nicely, comfortably, and switch off the cell phone. In India, still we lock the door when we eat. In Indian villages, see, till we start eating, we keep the door open and wait for any beggars or sadhus to come. That moment we decide, yes, nobody is there, we decide to eat. See, till we start eating, we wait. If any guests or sadhus are waiting, we call them all inside. Once we decide to eat, we lock the door. We sit comfortably and put banana leaf. Why the leaf, In plate, if you put the food, you may not be aware and you may be little inactive, looking this side, that side. If it is on leaf, the food will be constantly flowing out. So in full speed, you have to finish it. You have to be completely attending. If you are talking here and there, the food would have gone out. To have your attention completely on the food only, we have a system of banana leaf. And it's a big art. Unless you are completely aware of the food, you can't eat in banana leaf. It's a technique. And this side you have to play, this side you have to play, that side. And you have to almost maintain the border, boundary. And then cup. It's almost playing with food. Living with food. So I wanted from today all our Anna Mandirs to serve in banana leaf. Serve, come on. Let's start. Sit nicely and play with food and eat. That's the way we eat. Our furnitures, our way of life, our jewelries, everything is so sacred. Everything is connected to spirituality. Understand? When you are not enjoying all these things, you will start enjoying these foolish ideas like a country, state, my flag. How they are not able to understand this golden throne and these energy-based jewelries, I am not able to understand. But I don't criticize you guys. I just keep quiet. Okay, it is their way of life. I respect. Why are you guys constantly poking at me? Because I keep quiet. Get lost. Give me a break. Even if you understand in one element the freedom, you will understand how binding this ordinary world. So if you understand the freedom in all dimensions, and able to retain that in your bio-memory, that is what I call enlightenment. Understand this one example. This example. Today try to do this. Watch some movie or some YouTube clip related to space for some 1 or 2 hours. When you come back to normal sense or abnormal sense, that's the right word I'll use. How you feel, see the difference. If this one element can give so much free feeling, if you are freed in all 5, how you will feel? Contemplate on this today. And share this one truth today with at least 5 people. If you have any question or answer or person who understood the idea you shared, bring all 3 tomorrow for the satsang. Today I am not seeing. You guys have done yesterday's homework. Please understand. The homework is important even for the ashramites. Whoever is sitting in the moment, at this moment in satsang, in 780 places, in 232 cities, in 27 countries, all of you understand. This one truth, if you feel the expanded, broad understanding about elements, how you feel liberated. When you come down, how you feel bound. Just one understanding can give so much of liberated feeling. Then, if you understand the broadness in all 5 dimensions, what will happen? So this one truth, go around and share, convince at least 5 people, enroll at least 5 people for this truth. At least share this truth with 5 people and enroll them for it. And that person who wrote email, another one point also she wrote. I know for sure many people whose mother tongue is English are there around Swamiji. Why is he making again and again the same mistakes in English? I wanted to let her know my English is neither UK English, US English, Indian English. It is my own English. It is my own language. In Indian languages, we have a special word called Arsha Prayoga. Arsha Prayoga means whatever master utters, you cannot find any grammar mistakes in it. Whatever he utters is ultimate. Because I am trying to express which can't be expressed. So I cannot be using or putting myself to the constraints of the language and the grammar written by the fools who have not seen anything beyond words. That is why in Sanskrit, the Sanskrit grammar is created by the people who have seen things beyond words. Like Patanjali. He knows so many are going to see the space beyond words. They should not have the same difficulty which he had. That is why he made a clear rule. Whatever masters taught is Arsha Prayoga. Means usage of a rishi. So it does not come under any grammar rules, regulations. No fault can be found. So I declare, not only to that lady, to the whole world, whatever I am talking, whether it is English, Tamil, Sanskrit or any other language which I speak during Kalpatarus in any other program, all I utter comes under the category of Arsha Prayoga. The meaning I give is the meaning for it. After all, you understand what I am saying. That is the purpose of the language. Then what is the other problem? Why should always be the problems of grammar come in? I say, you listen. You understand. You say, I listen. Why grammar? What for the language? To express what I am trying to express. And for you to understand what I am trying to express. That's all. When the purpose is solved, why are you bothered so much about the language? It's like I am pointing towards the moon. This is just a finger pointing to the moon. Look at the moon. Instead they catch my finger and hang on it. And sometimes try to bite. My words are nothing but finger pointing to the moon. Just look at the moon. Why are you wasting your brain? Already you have very less. And wasting that also into some useless things. This is Indian way of speaking. I am a small boy from an Indian village. And I am not interested in correcting my accent. And I am not interested in correcting my grammar mistakes. I am not interested in teaching English language or reaching out to the highest fluent English speaking crowd. Neither they are going to listen to my ideology, nor I am interested in convincing them. I am interested in ordinary simple people who are interested in simple truths. In the language I am saying, like, I tell you, you understand, you tell you, I understand. That mental people are enough for me. If you write once more this kind of email, I'll change my language into I tell you, you understand. I'll start speaking and I'll set this as a trend. Here I am trying to sit and explain some extraordinary things, and I learned the whole thing in original Sanskrit, which is such a complicated language and concept. I am trying my best to put it in a common man's language. And after all, you understand. She writes very clearly. In the email I saw very clearly, she understands what I am talking. And she puts some questions also. That itself shows she is understanding. I tell you, you understand. You tell I understand. What problem? And this is the way we speak English in Indian villages. And I wanted all Indian villages who studied some engineering and went and settled in US as IT professional, I want all of them to be comfortable with me. And I am not interested in teaching to people. And the whole US, only 3.5% people speak fluent, high quality English. I am catering to a Simple, ordinary people who mix Spanish and English, English and Telugu, Tamil and English, who live in a simple way like me. I am interested only sharing my truth with them. And if somebody knows better English than me, please go and find out your truth from some other sad gurus. They may be speaking better English. And I will continue to make the same mistakes and more mistakes. I think enough for today. Let me come back to the subject. Understand this one truth today. Never ever disrespect Indian tradition. Indian way of dressing, Indian way of eating, Indian way of talking, Indian way of furnitures. I think this truth you will understand. Let me come to the spiritual truth. Even if you feel liberated in one element, how you feel, your whole life, fear, problems, anxiety, everything has disappeared for those few hours. See, when you are watching some movie or experiencing the space, for those few hours your fear, greed, anger, ideas about life, everything has disappeared, different. When you come down, problem starts. Ability to retain that freedom where your anger, fear, greed, everything disappears is enlightenment. Even if one element, if you are liberated, how it becomes different? If you are liberated in all five elements, time, senses, conditions, awareness, and elements. Tomorrow I will give you a detailed step-by-step technique to be liberated from all these five. Today, take this one truth. If you are liberated even in one element, how your life is different. Understand that. And share this truth at least with 5 people. If you get more questions, get back. If you get more answers, bring it. If you have more people who are inspired, you must be having. If you are not able to enroll 5 people for this truth has not worked on you. Work on it. If you have at least a few people who understand this truth, bring them tomorrow. Bring all 3 to the satsang. I'll attend all 3. So, I bless you all to achieve, live, experience, express, radiate and share the eternal bliss, Nityananda. Thank you.